Wait, you're making turkey stock out of turkey that's now 7 days old?
I put it in the fridge. I know. I should have done it sooner.
Ooh.
I mean, it's the carcass from the bird that was, yeah.
Ooh.
It's
Remind me not to have the turkey pot pie when I'm down there.
Welcome to Namely 90s. Wow. The podcast that takes you back to the time before smartphones, Google, and Y2K. Join your hosts as they relive the pop culture that shaped a generation and the parts that many people wish they could forget. Listen in to the conversation about how the decade defined those who spent their childhood there and how it shaped them as adults. So, turn down the grunge and dial up the internet. Let's get started. It's time for Namely 90s.
That's right. You're listening to Namely 90s. My name's Andrew, and over there is Brandon.
That's me.
You can find us online at namely90s.com or on Instagram and Bluesky at namely90s and namely90s.bsky.social. You can also find the show every Monday on YouTube at youtube.com/@namely90s. And finally, if you'd like to support the show, head over to patreon.com/namely90s and get signed up for one of our support levels. Hello there.
Hi, how's it going?
Pretty good. I'm like too hot and also uncomfortable from eating too much.
Isn't it like cold there though?
Yeah, but like the space heater has been on for a while and then it gets too hot and I turn it off and like 5 minutes later I'm cold again.
Fair. So
I'm fighting it.
Yeah. I have no suggestions.
Thank you.
Is your space heater, is it also on a remote like your AC is?
Yeah, my phone.
Oh.
I have one of those
Hack
smart
into
plugs.
his phone now. What?
Yeah, I have a smart plug.
And it runs them, or is it in like an always on state, but the plug turns off?
Correct. The space heater is always turned on to the desired setting.
Mm-hmm.
The plug itself just turns on and off like a switch.
Like how I had it for my fridge back when we first started.
Yeah.
Fair. That's fun.
Yeah, so that's a thing. But yeah, here we are again. It's time.
Here we are again. It's been a while since we've recorded.
Yeah. Well, I mean, a standard episode, I guess. Been about a week.
Yeah. If we seem a little drained, it's because we're plugging along trying to get the 12 Days of Christmas specials done, which happy December, everyone. We are 3 weeks away.
Mm-hmm.
It starts on the 21st. We're doing 12 Christmas specials from the 21st of December all the way through the first of the year, of the new year. One episode a day. You know how it goes. We have a new podcast on each day. There's a new episode each day. We're talking about 90s themed or 90s episodes of television themed around Christmas and the holidays. We get to talk to people about their podcasts, and this year has kind of been mostly returning guests, which is kind of cool. I wish we could bring everyone back all the time because I don't think we've ever had a guest that we didn't like or didn't get along with us.
Well, no, just kidding.
Yeah. So if you're one of our friends and guests that were left out this year and are feeling left out, let us know because we'll make sure you get on next year. It's always fun to have everyone that wants to be on.
Definitely.
On. And I put out the feelers on our socials, and sometimes old guests will like it, but I won't know if that's like, yes, I'd like to come back on, without them explicitly telling me they would like to be our guest again. I feel awkward having to talk to more successful podcasters than we are. I feel like I'm bothering them sometimes.
Yeah, they have to create.
Yes.
Yeah, pardon the constant yawning. I was up late last night recording and then up early this morning. So here we are. I also made you watch something that assaulted your eyes. Big thing. I think it was last week or week before for the 25th anniversary of Ocarina of Time.
some random Zelda fan released this Ocarina of Time cross Ghibli Studios video. It's like 8 minutes of young Link between, I think he'd just beaten the Deku Tree temple, and then he goes to Hyrule Castle Town. And it's kind of cool. It's done in like the Studio Ghibli style, Ghibli, Totoro, My Neighbor Totoro, Kiki's Delivery Service, that sort of stuff. Or is that Miyazaki? Ponyo.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it looked pretty correct for that, but like I said, it just seemed like a weird usage of the Unreal 5 engine.
Yeah, and we, I mean, I think we got to the root of it. It's the making Zelda, or making The Legend of Zelda look childish like Wind Waker did. Kind of doesn't work for.
Yeah, the reason I was always so fascinated with the 3D is because like the 3D on the Nintendo 64, I mean, at the time it was pretty good, but it's in hindsight it's garbage. Like it's horrific.
You have to play it with an N64 controller or else it doesn't work.
Like I would love to see that game in like the best possible like realism engine that we could do and just see what how cool that would look. But that's not going to happen.
Yeah. Like 10 years ago, they remastered it, but it was for like the 3DS.
Yeah. So like, but could you imagine if they used the Unreal Engine 5 to like make a really good looking version of that game? That'd be so cool, but it's not happening.
Yeah. No, I hear you.
You should.
I mean, would you want that?
Or I would at least watch a video of it, I guess. I wouldn't necessarily need the game to be like that, but I would play that. I'd play the S out of that.
Have you played like the last two Zelda games, Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom?
I have not. I know that's kind of their vibe, but I have not played them.
Yeah, I mean, it's totally different from like the linear Ocarina of Time, Link to the Past. That
right.
It's more like you have to craft stuff now, and your weapons break, which is super annoying. But overall, it's a very addicting Zelda game. Entries. I recommend it if you could steal one of your children's Switches to play it.
I have a Switch.
You have your own Switch?
Mm-hmm.
And we're not friends on Nintendo
I don't play
Online.
it often. I think I get motion sickness from it because I'm an old person.
Fair.
Sometimes I play Minecraft and after like 5 minutes, I'm like, I want to fall asleep. Minecraft is so dull. My kids love it.
That's the big thing. I've never actually played Minecraft.
It's boring.
It's just Lego, isn't it?
No, it's boring and there's so much to learn. Ugh.
A lot of crafting.
My kids are great. I'm awful at it. I get bored. I just like lose interest immediately.
Well, I mean, do you help them build stuff, or do you?
No, they know so much about the game. I can't do anything. I'm just like the most basic person at it.
You just die immediately when the.
I don't even go on survival. I go in creative mode. I like build a few things,
and you still manage to die.
And yeah, exactly. And then I'm just like, I'm bored of this, and then the kids go off and like build a bunch of crazy stuff.
Do you ever get to tour their inventions and have them show you around?
Oh, trust me, they show me their inventions constantly.
But not in game. They just take their Switch and put it in your face.
Yeah, except that. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Don't get me wrong. Like, I'm glad they enjoy it. I think it's actually a good thing for them to play because it teaches them, building. Creativity and building and whatnot. But I just literally could not care less.
I mean, yeah. It's a weird thing to be handed a sandbox with like so much potential and be like, make anything. And you're like, I just did my taxes.
Yeah. Can I make myself a tax refund on here?
Yeah. Where's the shoot button?
Yeah, exactly. No, that's very true. Like I was playing the flight sim the other day and I have a joystick called the Thrustmaster.
Ooh, yeah.
That's my nickname. No. And I'm like, I use a joystick though. Mm-hmm. And I'm flying like a 737 And I'm like, there's a trigger. And I just felt, I was like, pulled the trigger, like start shooting just out of instinct. I'm like, I'm on a passenger airliner. There are no bullets.
So suddenly you're just like doing barrel rolls and trying to shoot civilians.
Exactly. Well, what? Yeah,
What?
No.
I mean, because there's no enemies in the game. That's all there is to shoot. I'm not a sociopath.
No. So yeah.
Yeah. Ocarina of Time, apparently the 25th anniversary. Didn't even think to make that the subject for today's episode. Because it's the holidays.
It's the holidays.
The holidays.
But at least it's December anyway.
Let's get copyright struck by singing poorly, walking in a winter wonderland. Yeah. Listen to our 12 Days of Christmas specials because clearly that's where our energy is going to. But I thought we'd play I thought we'd start the episode by playing a game, a draft. We're gonna do. I'm calling it a 90s holiday music draft. We compete for the best 90s music playlist, and we'll post these to Spotify. And you can decide on our socials who had the better playlist, me or Andrew. We're gonna do 10 rounds. We have 20 songs total. Hopefully I counted correctly. And then we're gonna do a draft style. So the first person goes first, then the next person does 2 picks, then 2 picks and 2 picks, and the last one's stuck with the last song. Fair?
Yeah.
Okay.
Roll the dice.
Yes, we'll use my chance cube. Pick a color, Andrew. Red or blue?
Blue.
It was red.
The little blue pill.
So I guess now, do I want to defer and make you go first and last, or do I want to go first? Is the question.
Are there any songs bad enough that sticking me with them would be the nail in the coffin? I guess that's the question.
I mean, I included an Alan Jackson song.
Nice.
No. I mean, there's some... I would think there's some on here that you wouldn't want, and there's some on here that I wouldn't want. I don't know where that... what is the term for the graph that overlaps?
Venn diagram.
Well, I don't know where that Venn diagram overlaps, but I'll go. I guess I'll go first. Sure, I'll go first. You can stick me with something. And since I'll go first, I am going to pick "All I Want for Christmas Is You" by Mariah Carey.
Ooh, solid.
Yes.
Okay. Let's see here. Got a number of choices. I wish I could strike these through.
I guess you couldn't.
Open with Google Docs. There we go. Pardon me. One moment.
Not a problem. Should I start reading some of them off while we're waiting?
Sure.
We have Mariah Carey, "All I Want for Christmas Is You." NSYNC, "Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays." Adam Sandler's "The Hanukkah Song." John Williams' "Somewhere in My Dreams" from Home Alone. Destiny's Child, 8 Days of Christmas. Trans-Siberian Orchestra, "Christmas Canon," I think is the one that I picked. Or if there's a better Trans-Siberian Orchestra song, we can replace it with that. Run DMC's "Christmas Is." Smashing Pumpkins' "Christmas Time." It's a personal favorite of mine. Harry Connick Jr., who I throw on here because Andrew's a fan of Harry Connick Jr.
There's no strike through in Google Docs. What's going on here?
It should be next to underline.
It's not.
That's unfortunate. Why don't you underline it? Or bold it. Or highlight.
Italic it.
Italicize.
Nope. Bold. Italicize. All right.
Behind blue eyes.
Should I just choose something now?
Yeah, go for it. You get to choose 2.
Let's see. Let's go with Celine Dion, "Happy Xmas."
All right. The John Lennon cover. John Lennon Yoko Ono cover.
And I'm gonna go with the Wilson Phillips song, "Hey Santa."
I didn't know if we would want that one or not. So interesting.
I'm taking it.
It's a good version. It's their original, right? I mean, it's not Wilson Phillips because Phillips left the Wilsons.
Phil and Wilsops.
Yes.
No, it's Carney and Wendy Wilson.
Yes. And it was their first album since splitting up the band.
I didn't know she was a Carney. Oh no, that's her name.
All right. So
missing teeth.
Your 1 and 2 is Celine Dion and the Wilson sisters. Where to go from here? I really like the John Williams song "Somewhere in My Dreams" from Home Alone. It's always stuck in my head around this time of year, so I'm going to take that. Let's see. How am I going to play this? I'm going to do the Hanukkah song because I like that one too, and apparently I have Jewish blood.
Why is Destiny's Child song called 8 Days of Christmas? I'm confused by that.
They shorten it. Maybe there's a scrub. It's not the 12 Days of Christmas. It's kind of a hip hop version of the 12 Days of Christmas. And
I'm gonna go with Trans-Siberian Orchestra. I mean, those guys know how to jam, and gals.
Oh yes.
And since you took Mariah Carey, she's kind of like that, the powerhouse. I'm gonna have to go with the powerhouse light, I guess, Christina Aguilera, the Christmas song.
Darn.
I need to compliment that on mine.
Yeah, no, that's a good call. What was this? 4? Yeah, no, that's a good pick. I was wondering when that one was gonna go. Let's see. I will take In Sync, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays.
Oh, good choice. Good choice.
If I had to pick any boy band, that it would be that one for the holidays. Let's see. Is that my 4? That's my 4. And then I think I would like, because I do like 8 Days of Christmas, Destiny's Child. But I think I like Sleigh Ride by TLC better.
Okay.
So that's my 5.
That's your choice?
Those are my 2, yeah.
I'm a closeted Harry Connick Jr. fan, so I'll choose his. It Must Have Been Old Santa Claus,
which is not a song I heard before researching this.
I definitely don't want like ska Christmas music, so I think I'll skip No Doubt for now.
Okay.
Ooh. I'm going with Run DMC, Christmas Is.
That's a good pick. I like that one. That's actually on my personal
nice.
My personal Christmas playlist. Okay, I give you 6, I think.
I hope you're keeping track of it because I'm not.
I am. You're at least bolding out the ones we picked?
Yeah,
okay.
But I'm just not writing mine down.
I am going to go with, where are we? We're in the weeds here.
Yeah.
I like you know what? I like I Won't Be Home for Christmas by Blink-182. That's also on my personal playlist.
You can have it.
Yeah, that's why I was gonna wait. But it's a humorous song, it's a fun song, it's upbeat. That's my 6, I think. And that means I have a 7. I'm gonna go Christmas wrapping Spice Girls because I like Christmas wrapping. Spice Girls version is meh, but I like to have that on my playlist.
I need to go for the Destiny's Child 8 Days of Christmas.
Okay.
And to keep things diverse, I have to pick Alan Jackson. I mean, you got to break things up a little bit. I only want you for Christmas.
Okay, so that's your 8th pick. My 8th pick. No, I should be on. Yeah, I'm catching up. 8, 9. Yeah, my 8th pick will be Smashing Pumpkins. Christmas
I knew
Time.
it.
Yep. It's
Christmas time. But I couldn't carry a tune in a bucket.
I don't think it's this. It's not the Backstreet Boys. It's the Smashing Pumpkins one.
Oh.
2 different songs. But would I do double Christmas Time? No, I'm going to see what you get. So I will be the gentleman and take the ska band version, the song "Oi to the World" from No Doubt. From No Doubt. No Doubt.
Well, you know what I'm gonna do here.
You have 3 boy bands left, so that's a good question. The three remaining songs are Backstreet Boys' "Christmas Time," Hanson, "What Christmas Means to Me," and 98 Degrees, "This Gift." So what are you going to do here? I'm
going to give you Hanson, and I will select 98 Degrees, "This Gift" is number 9, and Backstreet Boys' "Christmas Time" is number 10.
Nice. All right. So just to refresh everyone's memories here, Andrew's playlist. Shall we go with yours or mine first?
Either one's fine.
Let's start with Andrew's playlist. At number 1, he has Celine Dion, "Happy Xmas," parenthesis, "The War is Over," close parenthesis, which is a cover of a John Lennon song, followed by Carney and Wendy Wilson, "Hey Santa." At number 3, he has the Trans-Siberian Orchestra, "Christmas Canon." Number 4, Christina Aguilera, the Christmas song, "Chestnuts Roasting Over an Open Fire." At the 5th position, we have Harry Connick Jr., "It Must Have Been Old Santa Claus." Run DMC, "Christmas Is," at number 6. Destiny's Child, "8 Days of Christmas," at number 7. Alan Jackson, "I Only Want You for Christmas," number 8. Number 9, 98 Degrees, "This Gift." And finally, rounding out his list is Backstreet Boys' "Christmas Time" at number 10. Whereas,
should we post these backwards so that you start with bad and go to good, or go from the good songs to the bad songs? People stop listening.
I will let you pick that for your playlist. Do you want yours to go from bad to good or good to bad?
I'll just leave it how it is.
Okay. I will do the same. I started out with Mariah Carey, "All I Want for Christmas Is You," because you just have to hook them on 1 or 2 songs, and then they'll just leave it on until it's over.
True.
Plus, they'll probably be sick of stuff. We have some interesting choices on here. Number 2, John Williams, "Somewhere in My Dream" from Home Alone. In My Dreams. 3 is Adam Sandler's "The Hanukkah Song." Number 4 is NSYNC, "Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays." Number 5 is lost to me, TLC, "Sleigh Ride." Number 6 is Blink-182's "I Won't Be Home for Christmas." I may have made a mistake there, putting it at the number 6 position.
The John Williams one is called "Somewhere in My Memory."
I thought it's "Somewhere in My Dreams."
It's "Memory." Just
"Somewhere in My Memory."
Did not know that. I never even heard of it, but now I'm okay.
Apologies. "Somewhere in My Memory." Why did I put "Dreams" on there?
I think that is a song.
"Somewhere in My Dreams," but it's not a Christmas song. Yes, somewhere in my memory. Thank you for that.
Sure.
Where were we? Number 7, Spice Girls Christmas Wrapping. Number 8, Smashing Pumpkins Christmas Time. Number 9, No Doubt, Oi to the World. I should have ended on that one. Oh, wait, I couldn't have. You got to pick my last song. Is Hanson, What Christmas Means to Me.
You're
well
welcome
played.
for that. Yeah.
Well played. Out of all the songs I listened to, I liked that one the least.
I mean, who wouldn't?
Yeah. So you're happy with your playlist?
Yeah, I think so.
I am happy-ish with mine as well, and we are going to put these. I think we're going to combine them together just for easier access. But you can check that out on Spotify. Just Google Namely 90s 2023 holiday playlist. And that will have our 2 playlists together. Yeah, let us know on our socials. You can find a poll probably on X if that's still around in a few days, or Instagram, and tell us which one of us won, which one of us has the better Christmas playlist. And yeah, enjoy the holidays with some 90s style with these 90s Christmas classics ?
Yay! And now let's go to Brandon for the Namely 90s Minute.
Welcome back to Namely 90s Minute. Every week we look back at a culturally relevant show, movie, or piece of pop culture that probably helps stoke the algorithm. This week, in honor of the holiday season, we're looking back at The Muppet Christmas Carol. The Muppet Christmas Carol is a 1992 Christmas musical adapted from the Dickens classic A Christmas Carol. The film stars Austin Powers' dad as Ebenezer Scrooge, Kermit the Frog as Bob Cratchit, Gonzo and Rizzo the Rat as Charles Dickens and his co-narrator, and the rest of the Muppets in supporting roles. The story opens with Gonzo, Dickens, and Rizzo, also a narrator, narrating the intro. They introduce Alfred Pennyworth, a greedy, selfish moneylender who rejects his nephew's invitation to Christmas dinner, throws out people raising money for charity, and tosses a wreath at Bean Bunny. Kermit the Cratchit and his other bookkeepers ask for Christmas Day off, to which he reluctantly approves. Back at his home, he is visited by ghosts of his old business partners Statler and Waldorf Marley, who tell him to repent before it's too late and that 3 spirits will visit him in the night. He is first visited by the ghost of Christmas past and sees his younger self working for Mr. Fozziwig at the rubber chicken factory. His younger self meets and falls in love with a woman named Belle, but she leaves him when he picks money over her. Next, he's visited by the ghost of Christmas present, who takes him to his nephew's house, where he hears his nephew's family make fun of his stinginess and grumpiness. Then they stop by the Cratchits to see their poor Christmas meal, and Alfie takes pity on Tiny Tim, who the ghost says will die before next Christmas. Finally, he is visited by the ghost of Christmas yet to come, who takes him to the future, where he sees the Cratchits mourning Tiny Tim, and he realizes he's dead and not being mourned by anyone, so he vows to change and be a better person. He wakes on Christmas Day and spreads joy and happiness to the townspeople and brings a turkey dinner and a raise to the Cratchits, where Tiny Frog does the God bless us everyone line and then magically escapes death somehow. And that's The Muppet Christmas Carol in a Namely 90s Minute. More or less.
And now back to the show.
Continuing on with our holiday theme, I found an article from apartmenttherapy.com, which is a website that exists for some reason. They had an article last year about the most popular 90s Christmas movie in every state, which they did the old-fashioned Google thing where you put in a set of parameters and see what state Googled what the most, and then you turned it into a nice little infographic that people will click on and be like, well, that's not true of my state. But in this case, it's actually true, because our home state of Washington has the Nutcracker, and I don't think anyone even knows that there is a 1994 movie, The Nutcracker. Did you watch the 1994 movie, The Nutcracker, Andrew?
Is this the 1993 movie, The Nutcracker?
Oh, sorry, 1993.
I just want to make sure I had it right. No, I only remember seeing this at the Pacific Northwest Ballet.
Right, which is most likely why anyone Googled it in our state of Washington, or my former state of Washington.
I feel like you can't use that as a search term because it could refer to so many things other than just the movie.
Yes, whoever writes this article, sorry, Abby Montiel,
Not that
Didn't-
sorry though.
Yeah, you really
Do
didn't do
better.
your due diligence on this. Yeah, do better.
Yeah.
You know what? I'll make an infographic of all the stupid infographics that I've read over the years on websites like this.
Is Christmas Vacation not on any of these states?
That's a good question. Well, because it's not a 90s movie.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're right.
Sorry.
90s Christmas movie.
The
I know I
infographic-
said that.
Yeah, the
I just missed
infographic
it.
we're looking at is which 90s Christmas movie did your state search the most in 2022? And you can find a link to this in the
thought of
description
this?
below. People that needed to content, which is why we're taking their content and pooping on it. By the way, Jack Frost is the most searched Montana movie. You
And
know-
only Montana.
yeah, you know the story of Jack Frost? No,
Not really.
It's the Michael Keaton movie where he dies in a car crash and then comes
Oh.
back to life as a snowman a year later for his son, who's now clinically depressed because his
That's
father died in a car
sad.
crash on Christmas Eve.
That's really sad.
Yeah, and he dies a second time. You'll hear all about this in 2 weeks on a Namely 90s Minute.
What concerns me is all of the people who like Jingle All the Way. I hate that movie.
Isn't
And
that your
Sinbad's
wife's
in it.
favorite Christmas
Yeah,
movie?
I don't like it. I don't like 90s Arnold Schwarzenegger like shtick movies.
Whoa, Kindergarten Cop.
No.
Yeah, Nutcracker.
Why does no one notice that he has an accent in these movies?
If you want to hear us dissect Jingle All the Way with Andrew's wife Kayla, you can find a previous episode of Namely 90s. I think it was.
Oh yeah, I think I already made all these arguments. God, I hate that movie.
where you can find all these arguments and more, as well as a lovely guest, Kayla, joining us for the discussion of her favorite Christmas movie. Speaking
Ooh,
of
one of
yes.
them, I don't know what state that is. That could be. What state is that?
Illinois,
No, it's way on the East Coast. Oh man, I gotta brush up my geography.
Delaware,
U.S. states
Connecticut,
map. Hold on. Oh boy, that's not big enough.
Delaware.
That's nowhere near big enough, is what she said. Rhode Island, not an island.
Is that Olive?
All of the other reindeer, because Kayla always talks about that.
Mm-hmm. I never watched it.
Sorry, Olive, comma, the other reindeer.
Yes.
Is something that Kayla has recently frequently referenced
Uh-huh.
that I've never seen, but apparently in Rhode Island, it's all the rage.
Well, do you remember when we were kids, Nordstrom had a, 1 year, they're like, they had a hard push on all of the other reindeer. And, they had all of merch and they had, it was everywhere. She was everywhere. I don't remember the gender of they were everywhere. And then even my aunt's Christmas lights, the round bulbs, is from all of the other reindeer Christmas tree promotion.
So was this
From
reindeer
Nordstrom's.
disabled or what was wrong with it?
It did have it was a dog that had a horn, I thought. It was
You're right.
sorry. No, I'm thinking of Sam from How the Grinch Stole Christmas.
Probably they're doing a sequel to that with Jim
how?
Carrey.
Why?
The Grinch who returned to Christmas after suffering from regret. I don't know.
It is a Jack Russell Terrier named Olive.
People do love the Santa Claus, and I think rightfully so.
Yeah. Enough to give it a second season on Disney Plus.
No.
It did though.
Yeah,
That's
but
the
no.
thing. Yeah. I like that Home Alone 3. Is that Colorado?
Yeah. Oh, they're stoned.
Maybe was it set there? Because Home Alone 3 is the best straight to DVD Home Alone, by the way.
I mean, they're seriously baked over there. They don't know.
Home Alone 3 was the one with ScarJo was his sister. Nope, they're still in Chicago for that. No idea, unless they're creeping on teenage ScarJo. That's Scarlett Johansson. Nightmare Before Christmas from California, Nevada, Arizona, New Mexico into Texas.
Ooh,
What?
Guess what the favorite movie was in Connecticut?
Oh yeah, I saw that one.
Christmas in Connecticut. Also, probably not being searched for as a movie.
True. Wouldn't it be weird though if it was like a different what the heck is mixed nuts? Sorry, I've just seen that one for the first time.
It's a 1994 film. Steve Martin, Adam Sandler,
What?
Juliette Lewis, Liev Schreiber, Robert Klein,
West
Rita
Virginia?
Wilson.
What?
West Virginia.
Did you know that's actually? Did you see the meme recently that went around that he's singing about
Western
the Western
Virginia?
Yeah, I must have. Did I send that? Did you send
Yes,
that to me?
you sent
Okay,
it to me.
Okay. Yeah, interesting how all like, except for Connecticut and Rhode Island, all the New York surrounding states is Home Alone 2 Lost in New York searches.
Mixed Nuts, by the way, has a 5.4 out of 10 on IMDb, 13% on Rotten Tomatoes. Sounds like garbage.
Like I recognize all the other ones. Like I've never seen Silent Night. I've never seen Home for the Holidays with JTT. That but like I can at least picture that in my mind. And apparently Miracle on 34th Street is Alaska's favorite. But also, how do you discern that from like the original instead of the 1994 remaster with Matilda? Have we picked this apart successfully? Is there anything
Yeah, I think
else?
so. It's garbage.
Yeah,
Why do they... content, I know.
we should make these.
I like this is credit. CenturyLink. That's a company. Do you see that?
Yeah,
It says to find out, CenturyLink quote has discovered the most popular blah blah. But
she didn't even do this. She didn't put it together. She
didn't
took
do
this
it.
from CenturyLink.
but
As in
CenturyLink quote isn't actually. Oh, it is an authorized sales agent.
It's a telecommunications network.
No, I know, but why would CenturyLink post this on their website? This doesn't look legit.
CenturyLinkQuote.com.
The authorized sales agent. This looks so scammy.
So it's not even from CenturyLink. It's from some scam site.
Yeah, it's like a CenturyLink. Oh, 2023 Internet Service Partners. Wow, what a scam. Anyway.
What
I hate this.
What is your favorite 90s holiday movie then?
I think just the nostalgia of it. It's going to be the Santa Claus. I mean, that was like the movie for us as kids. The
a good
Christmas movie.
I would argue Home Alone.
It wasn't a big thing in our house, though.
I like. It's a battle for me between the two because
I feel like you were kind of you were one or the other, you know. Our household was not a Home Alone household. I'm not sure why. I think my parents didn't like the kid or something.
Macaulay Culkin.
They had a good sense about him though,
because he talked back to his parents and wished that they were gone. That's the premise of Home Alone.
I love Family Guy does that bit where they just shoot him immediately and he just dies. There's blood everywhere.
Yep. Well,
I don't know. Why do these things exist?
To make people like us sigh. And that's it for this week's edition of Namely 90s. Remember, you can find new episodes out every Monday. Join us next week for a deep dive episode. You can listen to today's Christmas playlist on Spotify. Just search for Namely 90s holiday playlist and it will probably pop up. Find us on Instagram, Bluesky, and YouTube. It should be in the notes below. Just notes below. You click it, listen to it. you're done listening to us, find us on Bluesky, Instagram, and YouTube at namely90s with 90s, and tell us what you want us to talk about in future episodes. If you'd like to support the show, please check out our Patreon at patreon.com/namely90s, also with a 90s. And finally, you can also contact us through our website, namely90s.com. Please subscribe to us on Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Google Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, Audible, Nutcracker, Deezer, TuneIn, iHeart, Good Pods, and wherever you get your podcasts from. I'm Brandon. That's Andrew, and we'll catch you next time.
Better heartburn than fartburn, I'll tell you what.